Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am okay. I'm okay.
There's this woman on that I keep seeing, I think on Facebook, who's maybe a communications expert, and she's like, never ask people, how are you? Never ask like what's going on. It's the most boring question ever. You're supposed to like come into these conversations and say, what's exciting you, Danielle? What's lighting you up? But I'm not sure for
That
a
feels
podcast.
feels like a lot of pressure and also just assume I mean someone could be having a shitty day, so to hear what's lighting you up could be tone
You
deaf.
might get you might get punched in the mouth.
For my part, I have decided to stop just like answering fine or good. I think the instinct is to just say, I'm great. Everything's great. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're just okay. You are surviving today. So I've been trying to be more
Hanging
honest
on
with my answer.
by your fingernails. Yeah. There's this other, I was in a mastermind once where somebody asked everybody to rate themselves. Where are you? Like, hypothetically, the mastermind might have been about financial stability. So rate your feeling, how good you're feeling about your financial stability, 0 through 10, but you can't use 7. I think 7 is fine, right?
Okay.
So if somebody said, how's your day going? You'd either have to pick 8, which is, to my mind, outstanding, like
Almost
an
phenomenal. Yeah.
almost phenomenal, or a 6, which is pretty mediocre,
Yeah.
right? Like you can't.
I like
So I
that.
think, yeah, I think you're like, I'm owning the 6 some days.
I am. I am.
Yeah, good for
I
you.
am.
Well, that's the only way I think also to just acknowledge, let it run its course, and then say, okay, where's that 8? How am I going to get to the 8 if I need to?
Well, and I know you have a topic idea for today, but I just got off of I did a very quick newsletter polishing up, sending, and then added like a PS and a PPS addendum to the bottom of it because we are recording this the morning after Jimmy Kimmel's show got put
Oh,
on indefinite hiatus. And
right.
it is really upsetting me. And I've just been thinking, one, that I'm grateful to be independent and to be able to put a PS on my newsletter that says, I hate this. This really sucks. And not
Mm.
worry about having to get fired for that. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm also feeling grateful to be in a business that is about elevating the voices of creators and that in its own way champions free speech. So yeah, so that's kind of what's swirling around in
I
my head
love
this
that
morning.
though. Yeah, to find the bright spot even in what feels dark, dire, catastrophic on some level if you let yourself go there.
Yeah,
So I like that too. Well, too bad for you because I'm feeling very ranty today.
I'm here for it.
All right. So, and this, it's really interesting too. The last conversation you and I had was about, do we bring unhinged versions of ourselves or angry Danielle, spicy Casey to the forefront in our content to get attention and eyeballs? So this week I got myself, and I think in a little bit of hot water. I don't know. Nobody's pushing back on me really about an announcement from a platform that is promising to connect e-commerce brands to influencer slash affiliates at scale and automate the entire process from hook your e-commerce shop, let our AI hook up to it, and then sit back, give us profiles of influencers you've worked with that you like, that have performed well, and we'll match them, or just find people out there that you think are doing a good job, we'll match them. Okay, so many problems there. Number 2, we will control the flow of communication. So as soon as we get a yes, we send them the link, their affiliate link. They can be off
And
and running.
by we you mean an AI agent because I'm
And
assuming that there's
yeah,
not humans doing this stuff.
right. All
Okay.
all robots, let's call it, all machines for expediting purposes and volume and scale. And we will get the influencer content live. We will monitor it. Really, it sounded like there's very little place or value in the human interaction. Everybody else was like doing the thing where they put the word in, that, comment, you know,
Well, like
whatever.
comment
like scale or,
yippee-ki-yay if you want
yeah,
the download of how to do this. Yeah.
right. And it was, we'll find the influencers for you. And if you tag somebody, we'll give you 5 more influencers. If you repost this, we'll give you 15.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Hundreds, might be 1,000 comments at this point. And there's Casey with like her little flag going like, this is not great. This is like, hold on. This is not influencer marketing. This is like, my feeling is my inbox is now loaded with AI versions of outreach that have quadrupled and are much more poorly written than anything that came before them. So I'm batting them away like flies. That's what this, to me, that's what this offers to the end user, that creator, that influencer that's getting hit with this. It does make the coordinator's job easier, the affiliate manager's job easier. So I get that. But at the end of the day, it's affiliate marketing at scale. It is not influencer marketing. And one of the people who pushed back on me said, this is a dream for us on the affiliate side. This is taking away a lot of the headaches that a VA who you can't get to care about your program anyway would be dropping the ball on. So again, I'm like, well, that sounds like you've got the wrong people working for you. Totally different story. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes me ranty about this is that there's this rush in the desire to marry influencer results to performance, to growth marketing, to paid media, to affiliate. Not that those things are bad. I think they're all part of the mix, the advocacy mix or the marketing mix, mixed modeling, however you want to call it. But in doing so, as a purist, I think I'm frustrated that we're losing the importance of straight up influencer marketing.
I'm
Straight
pulling
up.
out my notebook because I have so many different thoughts and
I
I
love
want
that.
to make sure that I hit all of them.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that because that's how I feel about it. Is I almost get like tongue tied, whatever the LinkedIn written copy version of tongue tied is. I get so frustrated because those things are fine in their place, but to throw out influencer marketing or lump it in with that and say, we've solved influencer marketing. You haven't. You've solved affiliate marketing.
Well, and I don't even know if they're solving that, but let's
Right.
take a step back because for me, like you are seeing that there are brands in there that are saying, "Hey Casey, quit your griping about this. This is solving a problem for me." And I think that there are a lot of brands, I hear from them, there are a lot of brands out there who are incredibly frustrated because from their perspective, they have heard, I don't know where, but there's this perception out there that there are all of these influencers who are willing to create video content about products on a CPA basis. So they are going to create that content for free initially because they will be getting a commission on any sales that generate from that content. And there's this perception out there that there are thousands upon thousands of influencers who are willing to do this. There's a perception out there that you can, if you just find the right people and pitch them, they will be delighted by that idea and they will go ahead and do it. There is a perception that anyone who is an influencer, and I'm using air quotes, has the ability to do bottom of funnel sales and convert to purchase. And so,
and that now the brand can just print money.
Right. And so because there is this perception out there that like, hey, there's all these people out there who are doing it and they are converting and they're doing it on a CPA basis and you dumbass are not succeeding at getting this done, you are failing. I can understand why they're like, oh my God, this tool is going to fix this for me because I've been failing at it. And I think the first thing I want to say is, listen, buddy, you're not failing. Like you've been sold.
Yes.
Like, my brain's not coming up with, like you've
bill
been
of
sold
goods or
a wrong bill of goods or whatever the saying is.
Snake oil.
Like,
yeah.
This is not a thing. Yes, there are online influencers who are indeed good at converting to purchase and selling something. There are very few of those in the scheme of all of the influencers out there. I also would say that the vast majority of the products that they are selling in this way, they found themselves. They decided to do this themselves. They were not pitched a product that they had never heard of, and then decided to create content out of the goodness of their heart over and over again, because you can't just create it once. People still need to see something 6 to 8 times before they make a purchase.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like,
Yeah.
for me, I've been using Marie Veronique skincare for almost 10 years now. I am a super fan of it. It solved a ton of my skin problems. I love it. I will promote it to anyone. If I were the type of online influencer who had a huge community of consumers, I would have already talked about it. They would already have known that it solved major problems for me. And every time I mentioned it, sure, I'd pop in an affiliate link because I already feel strongly about it and I know that I can convert them. If some other random skincare company emails me out of the blue and asks me to pitch theirs, of course I'm not going to respond to that.
Nor will you be interested in doing cookware or supplements or perhaps any of those other things. The best affiliate marketers I know in my community, yes, scale is necessary because of what you just described. So that's what this platform promises, is scale. And the people pushing back on me were not brand side. These were the consultants running the programs. And they, in the comments, admitted, we have to hit such scale, such volume of outreach to make this viable. So there's your number one warning.
So these are consultants who, instead of, if you and I, when we are approached by a brand who wants to do a CPA program and have it be commission only and not pay for any of the content, you and I say, I'm sorry, we don't do that. That is not how this works in our world. Good luck to you. These are consultants who are saying, okay, sure, let's do it. And then they're failing.
I don't know about that last part. They would say that they're
struggling.
They're struggling because of the volume needed, the manpower, woman power, VA power, human power to hit that volume of communication and dead ends. It's exhausting. And so AI can solve for that.
Yeah.
Which
and
part of that I
appreciate.
get.
I appreciate, because I mean, when we're recruiting for programs that require influencers who we don't have like a big representation of them in our existing network, we do have to recruit out of network. And a lot of that is individual emails, individual DMs. We're going out there, we're trying to find people. And even as an agency who is always paying the influencers, there is always a flat fee payment associated with our work. We still are getting responses from only 10 to 15% of the influencers who are reaching out to. So we still need that volume. And we actually use AI to help with some of that initial list building, because it is a numbers game and you do need to go out after a lot of them. And I can imagine that if you are not paying a flat fee and you are only offering a commission, that 10 to 15% response rate probably drops to below 3%.
Yeah. And it's only going to get harder. Like that's the reality we're in, is AI is going to make this so much easier. It's only going to get harder. What I was going to say is we don't do the affiliate piece at Maverick Mindshare. I have somebody who I know, like, trust implicitly to funnel those through, or we partner on them in some way because there will be a paid. You get my point. Her and her brand or her platform or her team's sweet spot is community building. It is nurturing these people who are interested in the skincare line, the supplement, the seasoning, so that they feel supported by the brand, brought behind the scenes, valued as a voice who's giving input on R&D, encouraged and inspired, motivated to make content because they gamify it. Like, there's a lot of human touch right there that I didn't hear in the first conversation. I mean, not the first, but about the platform that's missing. And my ongoing frustration with all of this is, please don't call that influencer marketing. That is affiliate marketing. And in general, in our industry right now, I'm seeing this massive missed opportunity around what influencer marketing really delivers that plagues me. And I feel like I'm like shaking my fist, spitting in the wind, or whatever you'd call it, because I know the power is still there. It's like having customers, your ideal customers are already hard qualified by the influencers that they're connected with and listening to and engaging with. It's not creators who are throwing up culturally relevant, fun entertainment, which is, again, also valuable, not influencer marketing. So that's where I come in today's conversation feeling ranty and embittered or frustrated, is I would love to continue to refine how we as an industry define influencer marketing, because it's so powerful. There's so much shortcut there to brand affinity, equity with consumers, that isn't the volume play. It isn't the scale. It isn't spaghetti against the wall. It's not, let's just, drive numbers for the sake of printing money. It's deeper, more lasting, more powerful. Let me stop there, because how is that landing with you as somebody who's been in the space as long as I have? I think we disagree sometimes about the purity of that term, influencer marketing.
Yeah, probably. But I keep getting back to just this. I find it very interesting that this perception continues to persist, that there are all these influencers out there who are dying to work on a commission base. Like, I think that
if we could pop that bubble, it'd be good.
Yeah. Because I think it's insulting to influencers who put so much time into the content that they create and are doing an amazing job at it, that might be better suited for top or mid funnel. And that's great. And they're amazing at that. And they should be respected for that. And the fact that they're being asked to do stuff just on a commission basis is kind of disrespectful based on who they are. Every influencer is different in terms of where they fall in that funnel. So I think it's disrespectful in that way. And then I just feel bad for the people who are being told that this is a thing and it's going to be easy money and this should go well, because man, what a frustrating task to embark upon. And I can't tell you how many phone calls I've had. I think I've talked about this before, but how many phone calls I've had, phone calls, like Zoom meetings, whatever, with potential clients who are like, well, I just did the math. Like, if we just get 1,000 influencers to post about it and each one only sells 50 and and like they have like some, like they've done some crazy math in their head that everyone's going to be rich here, and it makes so much sense to them.
Yeah.
And there's just this, like, my gut, like, inside response to that when I hear it is like, man, this is so disrespectful of everything we've built over the years. And you think your like back of the napkin math that you've done is smarter than everything that we've been doing for 15, 20 years, figuring this out, understanding these communities, understanding how this all works. Like, there's this cockiness in there. Like, that's kind of what gets at me. And it's very similar to what we saw. I was just talking about this with my partners earlier this week. We were together in person, which is always great. But we were like talking about just like over, when you've been doing this for almost 15 years together, you've been through a lot of different dips and waves and bright, shiny objects popping in. And there was this moment of time, like kind of around 2015, between 2015 and 2018, where all of these companies were popping up and they're like, they got some money from their dad and they like, oh, influencer, there's gold in them Thar hills and we're going to start an agency. We're going to make so much money. And
yes,
like there were agencies and platforms popping up left and right. And they were like, influencers, money, we're going to make money. And there was like no understanding of the industry. There was no understanding of the communities. There was no understanding about how this was all built and how this works and the importance of content. And lo and behold, most of those agencies and platforms are now gone. And there's a reason for that. But like, I'm seeing kind of another wave of that now with AI technology. And I want to be very clear here that I enjoy AI technology. I find it very helpful. We do use it to assist in our recruitment, but it cannot do everything. And there are limits. And sometimes it hallucinates. And I will ask for people who live in Washington State and I will get people who live in Bulgaria. Like, it just makes mistakes sometimes.
So close.
You have to check
Yeah.
like, but we're going
Yeah.
through another one of those weird bubbles where there's just like this gold rush mentality kind
Yeah.
of happening, and
I appreciate
um
you calling that out.
yeah.
The cockiness, the we can do this better, and they're really overlooked. So speaking of AI, I'll give you as abbreviated an example of influencer marketing in my life as I can. My youngest daughter has suffered from moderate to severe eczema throughout her childhood. And we had access to the best doctors. Our pediatrician's office is part of the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We asked the doctors, change the diet, keep it dry. Don't overbathe, maybe a bath once a week, and then keep those areas out of the water if you can. Change your diet. Oh, topical solutions, right? So we tried, we fought, we hurt her with the topical lotion. So now her trust in us plummeted. She didn't want to try any more, solutions. Somewhere in there, my mother brain is like, who else has been through this? I'm asking my parent groups, I'm talking to people somewhere. I can't tell you where. There was this golden thread where somebody said, my child has eczema so severely, and I'm shortcutting this. We have put them in the hospital in wet bandages for a day, 24 hours, 48 hours with pajamas on top, and actually soaking that skin solves it. And we saw my daughter in the summer and on spring break when she was swimming a lot, the eczema would go away. So this started to make sense. All of the information that the doctors and Google was returning to us was not helping us. But people who had been through it, people who had struggled with it, moms who were diving into this and tackling it, influenced my behavior. Long and short of it, based on research from influencers, not medical professionals, not the Mayo Clinic, influencers. Not that I recommend influencers give you serious health advice in terms of, terminal illnesses. I don't want to advocate that.
Don't take ivermectin.
Correct.
COVID.
But in this case, we reversed course. We gave our daughter a bath every day, and every third bath had bleach in it, half a cup of bleach, because there's sometimes staph infection in the eczema that makes it worse. Long story short, the solution came to me because other people had tackled it and were talking about it. Creators, I was not looking for creators to entertain me on TikTok. I was not looking for people to show me otters and cats. I needed this problem solved. And today, I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure that if I Googled treatment for eczema, AI would pull together shitty examples that are already out there that don't help me. Brands, please listen that influencers are a beacon for your message, for your benefits, for your solutions to the right people directly. Full stop.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me fit that in. Anyway, and affiliates,
Yeah.
Again, there's an advocacy stack there. Affiliates, great. Learn what people are about when they buy from you. That's a good journey to understand for your consumer and creators.
One of the things that we love doing. I mean, I think there's tremendous power in affiliate. I buy stuff through affiliate all the time. And to your point, there are agencies who specialize in that. And I would encourage brands to seek them out. One of the things that we do is we pay influencers to create content. If there's a piece of content that actually is doing an amazing job converting, we let the influencer know and we share an affiliate link from the brand and invite them to join that affiliate program. It's a win-win because the influencer has already gotten paid to create content. They have proven to themselves and their audience that this is something that, and to the brand, that this is something that they can sell.
Yes.
And they are then willing and happy to go ahead and do something on a commission-only basis because they know that it will work and it's a good use of their time. And everyone is happy. So there's other solutions here, I think, that can be more respectful.
And that's a two-way street. So if you feel like you must start with affiliate, the smartest affiliate programs will be set up to identify the people that are worth then moving into a paid relationship, a creator-generated content relationship. And if you're relying on an entirely AI system to run and manage that, you're going to probably miss some of those people because it's not just their content that's going to make them worth working with long term. I think it's going to be their professionalism and their ideas that they bring to the table. There's so much more. So that's a great point as well. It's an ecosystem, like treat it as such. Be human.
This was a good one. I didn't know I was going to get angry. That was cathartic.
I
love
love
a good
it.
rant in the morning. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. It was a good one. Thanks for going along on the ride.
Okay. We'll see you next
See you
week.
next. See you then.